pray with them as you would. If it's short, that's all right. I don't want to speak yet. That's okay. Good morning. Please repeat after us. Welcome to Unity,
Welcome to Unity,
where love is felt,
where love is felt,
truth is taught,
truth is taught,
lives are transformed,
lives are transformed,
and all is well.
and all is well
As we express the Christ within.
Please stand if you're able and join me in our opening song. Yes? Okay. We're going to sing Surely the Presence. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. In the midst of his children, the Lord said he would be. It doesn't take very many, it can be just 2 or 3. And I feel that same sweet spirit that I felt oft times before. Surely I can say I've been with the Lord. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. rush of angels' wings, I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Thank you. You may be seated.
I have to tell you, we have the best view as we look at all of you. What beautiful faces you have today. May this service bless each of you on your spiritual path. Those of you that are here in person, those of you that are joining us on Zoom or Facebook, and all of those who are with us in spirit. My name is Celeste Kroll, and I'll be guiding us through this sacred service today. And I would like to tell you our speaker, we are very blessed to have Ryan Hope Travis, RHT. You're going to be in for a treat, I guarantee you. Our musician is Rebecca Vincent. Our prayer chaplain in the back is Phyllis Tatum. No, wrong name. Sorry. I said the wrong name. Our sound is Phyllis Shepard. All right, so now we're going to have our opening prayer by RHT.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Amen. So it is.
I would like to ask, do we have any first-time visitors? And thank you for raising your hand. We're so happy that you're here. A prayer chaplain is going to give you a welcome packet, and any online visitors may visit our website at unitygainesville.org. Our prayer chaplain is Jackie Tatum, and prayer is an essential unity practice. You are invited to stay after the service to pray with our prayer chaplain in the room on the left. Access is through the gathering room. Look on our bulletin board in the hallway to the classrooms for our classes and events. And for those of you online, check our website and be sure to subscribe to our weekly e-blast for more information. I have a few important announcements. First of all, there is an annual congregational meeting today at 12:45. Everyone is invited to attend, but only members are allowed to vote for the board members. There will be some food offered in the gathering room for those that are staying for our meeting today. Also, big announcement, our prayer ministry invites you to an ongoing healing prayer circle to be held the first, third, and fifth Sunday each month, beginning March the 3rd. It will be held in the sanctuary, beginning 5 minutes after the regular service ends. Everyone is welcome. A member of the prayer ministry will also be available for individual prayer if requested. Also, it's not new, this is old news, but to make sure everybody knows, written prayer requests, which are placed in the prayer box, which is in the gathering room, are followed up depending on what the individual request is. They are sent to the prayer connection participants and to Silent Unity for 30 days. They pray for you or for whoever you request. All prayers are held in confidence. You can also ask for hospital visitation by either verbal requests to the office or written requests in the prayer box. Also, there is an interfaith men's group every second Thursday of the month at 6 p.m. See Gerardo, who happens to be here. Gerardo, could you just raise your hand for more information? And just to let you know, he's a life integration coach and facilitator. So he's very well qualified to have this group. Upcoming, the Charlie Thwait is coming Sunday, March the 17th, as a guest speaker and musician with a concert following from 12:30 to 2 p.m. That's on March 17th. So that's going to be a very special event for us. Also, our spiritual book study group meets on Thursdays at 7 p.m. on Zoom, and the current book is The Book of Mastery, led by Reverend Carla Palmer. So if you want more information, you can look on our e-blast or our website to get it. And now I'm going to read the daily word. The daily word is faith. The affirmation: I carry my faith in God with me throughout the day. The Bible verse is from 1 Chronicles chapter 23, verse 30. And they shall stand each morning, thanking and praising the Lord, and likewise at evening. The message: I keep my faith at the forefront of my awareness, taking a few minutes in the morning to pause, breathe deeply, and place my awareness on the presence of God. I feel energized and strengthened. I expect all good things. As the day progresses, I pause again for a moment or two and affirm, God and I are one. I have faith that God, my source, is with me in everything I think, say, and do. At night, I look back on the events of the day and savor the moments in which God's presence felt especially strong. I have faith that awakening from a restful night's sleep, hearing a kind remark, enjoying time in nature, or spending quality time with a loved one are ways to feel the presence of God within and around me. The affirmation again: I carry my faith in God with me throughout the day.
The church of my heart is real. The church of my heart is here. The church of my heart is real. The church of my heart is my medicine to heal. The church of my heart is real. The church of my heart is real. It's where I come to feel is real. The church of my heart is real. The church of my heart is real. This is where I feel. This is where I heal. I always knew there was something true in this alchemy, how it changes me. I always knew the song is true. It's a voice, the voice is a prayer. Through the prayer I am changed. I always knew there was something true in this alchemy, how it runs through me, changes everything, transforms everything. Just letting it go is complete harmony. Turns ashes into gold, turns water into wine, turns hatred into love, and it feels divine. The church of my heart is real. This is where I feel. This is where I heal. The church of my heart is real.
At this time, we're going to move into meditation. We're going to allow our feet to be flat on the ground, and we're going to honor whatever our body needs in this moment. That this body is a sacred temple. And so we're going to allow the back of the chair to support us, and we're going to simply breathe. Cleansing breaths. If we so choose, we'll close our outer eye, but our consciousness will still be activated. Our awareness, the surge of energy that is God, is fully pulsating through us. As the music plays, we're going to allow that vibration to pulsate through our bodies. As it is divinely inspired, so are we. And we breathe. We contemplate on the affirmation that faith blesses me and paves my way. We contemplate that I have strength to accomplish all that is mine. We contemplate that we are guided by divine wisdom in every thought, word, and action. Let's allow the music to wash over us. As we breathe, we say thank you. With our inhale, we say thank, and our exhale, we say you. Thank you. When you are so ready, welcome yourself back to the space. As we breathe, as we breathe. I've said before, this is our superpower. This is our superpower. This is the thing that we have to be reminded of. That this breathing, this meditation, this prayer is always here. All we got to do is tap in it. So y'all know I love to do experiential things. So today we have a special treat that's coming a little later. But I want to start our journey today with something different. Now, I want to give you an assignment. This is going to take a few minutes. I want you to look around the room, right? And I want you to find a cozy chair that's not currently yours. And ideally, you're going to sit next to somebody who you did not come with, okay? All right, so go ahead and make that move now. You'll come back to your chair in a moment. All right? All right, perfect. So, I love the hugs. Perfect. Go ahead and touch and connect with that person. All right, have a seat, have a seat. Y'all got homework. Y'all have a seat. All right, the first thing I want you to do The first thing I want you to do is this. I want you to say, I know you. I know the God presence that you are. We family. We know each other. All right. Here's what I want you to do. This is going to take a few minutes. I want you to ask the person or people next to you why they come to a spiritual community. Not why they come to unity, but why do they come to a spiritual community? Why do you come here? And have a conversation. I'll check in with you in 3 minutes. Why do you come to a spiritual community? All right, one more minute. Now I want you to ask, why do you come here? Why do you come here? Why do you come here? All right, everybody, look at me. Look at me. Everybody, hello, hello. Hey, hey. Everybody, look at me, look at me. Everybody, hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey. What's up? So, I hope that I interjected mid-sentence. My hope is y'all had more to talk about, so guess what? You're going to pick up this conversation later. So go back to your seat, all right? Hug and connect. It's good meeting you again. We already know each other. Go back to your seat. You're going to pick up this conversation later. And it's okay if you forgot their name, ask them again when you pick up that conversation, okay? All right. What were some of the answers? Why come to a spiritual community? What were some of the answers that we heard? Connection. What else? Love. Hope. What was it? To find God. Spiritual. Good vibes. What else? Nice music. Peace. Why do you come here? What were some of the things that came out? For me. Friends, not for me. What else? Non-judgment. It's family. Comfortable. You got that right. It's family, right? That's right. They accept anybody. You got that right. Anybody. Anybody. All are welcome. That's our motto. All faith walks are welcome, right? Now, we all come here for a reason, right? We don't just miraculously say, okay, I'll do it again. We came here, just think about all of the work, dare I say work, all of the work that it took to get here today, right? And to make it on time. I mean, relatively speaking, right? Some of us made it on time, right? Imagine all the steps that have to happen, right? This is voluntary. And on top of it, you give money to it. Right? This is like, y'all, this is like next level here, right? but it's really foundational. The reality is we demonstrate our value by our actions, right? Coming here is an action step. What is that step? What is that step? Okay, y'all, a little backstory. So I already said many, many times when I do my talks, I'm a teacher. That's what I do by profession, but it's also like inside of me. I can't help but teach. If I see a film, I'm talking to the next person about what those messages are, right? I just can't help it, right? So when I'm up here, some questions are rhetorical, but many are asking us to consider what the meaning is. So we all have different reasons for which we come here, but it's based in one thing: to be in community, right? To share love, to know that you are accepted, and I think also to be reminded, right? One of us in here said to find God. I would say to know that you are an expression of God, right? This is simply a reminder of what you already know. Does that make sense? Y'all, listen, you have a treat coming up at the end of the talk. I won't spoil it. It's going to be amazing. But the reality is, you are already the divine iteration of all that you seek. This is a reminder. This isn't new news. It's almost like somebody says the sun is coming out tomorrow. That's like, what? It's a knowing that we possess. So last month, January, we had the 12 powers. The color was blue, and the word was faith, right? I was talking to Jane a couple days ago. Faith has always been a big word for me ever since I was a kid, right? Because it felt like something you had to work for. But as I understand it, faith is just, it just is. It just is, right? Faith is a knowing that it's going to happen. It's not something that we have to drum into ourselves, right? Faith is not, I hope they show up on time. That's not faith. Faith is, I'll see you next week because the sun is still going to shine and I'll be around. If we open up our calendar, that is evidence of our faith. It is a knowing that it's going to happen, right? Faith is action. It's a knowing. The ability to believe, intuit, and perceive. The affirmation for last month was, faith blesses my day and paves my way. I'll say it again because we'll say it together. Faith blesses my day and paves my way. Let's say it together. Faith blesses my day and paves my way. Let's deal with that, right? We are absolutely blessed by faith every day in every single step, right? We trust that these limbs are going to do their due diligence. We just trust it. We trust without even thinking about it. Our heart is going to do its due diligence. We're not consciously thinking to our lungs, expand. I want you to metabolize that oxygen. All right, send a little bit to the mitochondria. We're not doing that, right? We are literally moving and operating in faith. Now, the co-founder of Unity, Charles Fillmore, he established what we call the 12 powers, right? And that's based on the 12 disciples. And in it, he wanted to demonstrate that we as humans are exemplars of the power of God. Those powers are wisdom. Can we say wisdom? Love. Strength. Faith. Imagination. Let's pause real quick. Why would imagination be a power? Why would imagination be a power? Creativity. What else? Future. Intuition. It affects your whole being. This is your first time here. You are already family, okay? I love you already, okay? It is the ability to create is God in expression. Creativity is imagination. To be able to imagine a better reality than the one you currently have. To say, I don't know how this is going to work. This is where faith and imagination intersect. I don't know how this is going to work, but I trust. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. It's going to work out. That is a power. Imagination is a power. Can we say order? Understanding. Will. Power. Zeal. What's that, y'all? Enthusiasm. What's that? Impassion, energy. Here we go. That's right, Bonnie. Release. Release. And life itself. Those are the 12 powers. And so each month, we're like honoring a new power. And this is our last Sunday of February. Our power is strength. So January was faith, and this month is strength. Next month is wisdom, right? I think we got to have the faith to know we got the strength to move through that wisdom, okay? I'm going to tell you straight up. I learned a powerful lesson when I was a kid. I was 12 years old, and the pastor was saying that y'all praying for dumb stuff. And I said, okay, I got it. So I'm 12, and I said, I'm going to pray for wisdom. So I didn't know. I know better now. I didn't know that when you pray for something, it doesn't just zap inside of you. That's not how it works. What happens is divine expression creates and unfolds opportunities for that wisdom to be revealed. All right? Dare I say challenges. Dare I say obstacles. Right? Dare I say opportunities for expansion. So when you pray for a thing, you're actually praying for the conditions for that thing to be revealed. Now, the truth is the wisdom, all the wisdom I could have ever wanted, even as a 12-year-old, was already there. All the wisdom. You know why? Because we are already tapped into that infinite stream of intelligence and love and expression always. All we got to do is just say, I trust it. To have the faith that you got the strength to move through the wisdom. Now, wisdom next month is the ability to evaluate, discern, and apply what you know. The ability to evaluate, discern, and apply what you know. So listen, y'all. I wanted to do a couple things today. In about a month, it's going to be Easter. And I thought about our kids, and our third will be here by then, right? The due date was last Wednesday, so we are counting down, okay? So in the honor of Easter, I'm thinking of the Easter egg hunt. And so what I wanted to do was, for this talk, we're going to like go down a rabbit hole and follow the Easter egg. So if you ever see a film, any film buffs in here, an Easter egg is when there's like a thing that's happening, a plot point. There's like a little something in the film that only if you know that film, okay, you know, okay, there's a nod to this other cycle, this other chronology. So follow me on this. So in pre-Christian societies, eggs were associated with spring and new life. So early Christians adopted eggs. They adapted eggs for their belief system. They made eggs a symbol of the resurrection and the empty shell a metaphor for the tomb of Jesus. All right, so this thing was already happening, and early Christians say, okay, cool, we could use that. All right, so they brought in the egg. In medieval times, eating eggs were forbidden during Lent. So for that 40-day period, you were not allowed to eat eggs. But on Easter Sunday, the fast ended by a big feast, and what did they eat? Eggs. What did they give as an offertory? Eggs. You got it. Martin Luther, it's believed that he was one of the first people to orchestrate an Easter egg hunt. Now, we have all these like things that we do, but there's a deep history. Now, I mentioned Lent. Now, y'all, this blew my mind on this one. Now, we know Lent is connected to like preparation and fasting. It's believed to be observed during the apostolic times. So back in the day, Lent was a time when if somebody was excluded from Holy Communion, they had to wear a sackcloth and were sprinkled with ashes. And so during that 40-day period, you would walk around and it would just be, okay, yeah, they're repenting. So you were able to spot somebody who wasn't allowed to have communion. Okay? Now, Ash Wednesday is something that carried along, right? So eventually after the 9th century, everybody was putting ash on themselves to say, okay, we all need to reconnect. But back in the day, there was a time when wearing a sackcloth and having ash on your head simply meant that you weren't allowed to participate in Holy Communion. So everybody saw it. Lent was formalized in the First Council of Nicaea in 325. Y'all check this out. What does that have to do with metaphysics? A lot. Guess what? Y'all, it was some beef back in the day. Can we say beef? Okay, so for millennials, beef is like tension, all right? So it was beef. So Constantine the First was emperor, by the way. He was unbaptized. He presided over this session and took part in the discussion. So just think how big a conversation and a controversy has to be to have the emperor preside over it and participate in it, right?
All men.
You better believe it, all men, okay? And it was only men of letters, all right? So only if you could read and write in a particular language, you were allowed. Everybody else, nobody else. So Constantine presided over this big session, all right? Guess what they were debating over? The Trinity. That's exactly right. They were debating over Jesus being God. Because there was a belief that, dare I say, is still around, that Jesus was a way shower, that Jesus was an example. But during this big debate, that belief was condemned as heresy, and a creed was issued to safeguard Orthodox Christian beliefs. The creed said this: of one substance with the Father. What that meant was it declared Jesus to be all that the Father is. Jesus is completely divine. In fact, as we know here in Unity, this was the beginning of a long, protracted debate. The point is, since Jesus' time, there have been debates about what his purpose was. There have been debates about who he was. What did Jesus say? Jesus says, whoever believes in me will do the works I've been doing and even greater than these. Now, I had a question about what does believe in me? He said, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing and even greater things still. Now, what does believe in me mean? Believe in me is this: Christ existed long before Jesus. Christ, we've heard this before, is not Jesus' last name. Whoever believes in me is whoever believes in the Christ idea, the incarnating principle of God and humanity, the perfect word or idea of God. Now, what's powerful is this. In unity, we understand that what unites us is a spirit of community. What unites us is our desire to be reminded of the source that we all have access to. There was a time when the only way you could communicate with God was through somebody else, an intermediary. There was a time, the only moment you could communicate with God is if somebody prayed on your behalf. There was a time when separation was the system of belief. We understand that that barrier does not exist. It no longer exists. We no longer have to believe that. Why? Because we are expressions of the divine I am. I looked up metaphysically in the revealing word, Jesus. And Charles Fillmore says this: metaphysically, he is the I am in man, the self, the directive power raised to divine understanding and power, the I am identity. As the result of a lack of conscious connection between the thinking faculty and the fountainhead of existence, humanity had reached a very low state. Then came Jesus of Nazareth, whose mission was to connect the thinker to the true source of thought. It is plain to any reasonable, unprejudiced mind that Jesus of Nazareth, Charles Fillmore writes, was a religious reformer with a mission from on high, that he had an insight into those things which are ever mysteries to men immersed in the sense consciousness. What sense consciousness? Sense consciousness is our belief only in the physical, right? The belief that this chair is here, this ground is here. If I can see it, I believe it. But that belief system breaks down because we can't see oxygen, but we know it's there. We can't see gravity, but we know it's there. There are unifying laws that we adhere to in this flow, in this vibration. But there was once a time that separation was the norm. Charles Fillmore continues to write, he set in motion spiritual ideas that ever since his ministry have been operative in the world. It is evident to even a cursory reader of his life and teachings that he was the representative of a thoroughly organized plan to help men into a higher realization of God. What I'm saying today is this. Today's talk was entitled, Faith Like a Text Message. Strength for My Wisdom. That was the title of the talk. Faith like a text message. Strength for my wisdom. Do we question when a text message is being sent? We just know it's going to go. When it comes back, we get a little red ping that says undelivered, right? We get like a little alert that said it didn't go through. Without that alert, we just know it's sent. Faith is that. Faith is just knowing. Now, if Jesus said, all the things I've done, you too can do, and even greater work still. What's some of the things that we understand was being done in Jesus' times in the Bible? What's some of the things? Feeding the thousands with morsels. What else? Healing the sick. What else? Raising the dead. What else? Casting out demons. Calming the seas. That's right. Making the fishing good. Listen, went to a wedding and said, we ran out of wine. All right, I got you. Hold on 1 second. Right? What else? That's right. That's right. That's right. He had homies that was murderers and sex workers, right? He was ostracized. Now, he said, you can do these works and greater. And we worried about paying a bill. We worry about we worry about paying a bill or our knee feeling better. Y'all, can we just name some of the stuff? Can we name some of the stuff? Taxes. Thank you, Cole. What else? What someone thinks of us. What else? Something breaking down. I might hit in a car accident. Do I have insurance for that flat tire I might get? What else are some of the things, y'all? Listen, I'm calling this out. I am calling us out, all right? We already said at the top of our time that this is a community to be reminded of what we already know. So I'm calling out, what are some of the things that we stress about? Traffic. Getting sick. Health. Making money. Come on now. Waiting in line in Publix. I heard that. What else? What's some of the things we worry about? Loneliness. Health. Aging. Children. Politics. Stepping in dog poop. You got that right. Metaphorically or literally. Y'all, I love the fact that when I ask us what we worry about, we get quiet, right? But when I ask us to talk to each other, we wide open, okay? A second ago, I was like, okay, y'all, hang on. Okay, hold up. And now I'm asking us to simply say out loud what's some of the stuff we stress about. Now, the truth is, it's hard because it's like another reality. That's another mindset. That's another vibrational allowance that we do to ourselves. We are in a different mindset right now. So now we got to reach back and think, what do I stress about? So what's the lesson here? To simply stay in this vibration. So we can't think about, oh, yeah, I was dealing with that. Somebody has to see you and remind you, how's that thing going? It's like, you know what? I forgot about it. Literally, it only took us 50 minutes. 50 minutes, give or take, to release the things that we stress about. Right? What are some of the things that we did? Here's our action steps. We were in community. We were able to talk to each other. We did a little meditation. And you got a rah-rah speech. Right? Right? That's all that happened. Right? We came into this space with a commitment to be in community, to be reminded of what we already know. We came into this space, right? We actively release all the things that complicate the beauty of our existence, the stress, the how will this work out. We actively release it by changing our thought process to something else, which is what we have, what we are, and what we know ourselves to be. Am I making sense, y'all? Guess what? I said 3 times, we have a special treat. It's coming here. Geraldo, can I ask you to come forward for me? So, so every single, and I'll take this mic. Y'all can hear me? Okay. Every single Sunday, we do a blessing for the children. We bless the babies. In Geraldo, he had an incredible reminder that in other spiritual traditions, the elders are also blessed. And so what we're going to do, yes, thank you, Christina. What we're going to do is we are going to bless the elders. Okay? Now, it's not about age. Okay? If you consider yourself an elder, guess what, baby? You an elder. Okay? If you consider yourself a child, because we all got that Sprite energy in us, that's right. But I am asking for all of us who are elders, stand if you are able. Stand if you are able. The whole church. That's all right. Stand if you are able. Know that we love you. We see you. We see the Christ presence you are.
So, is this working? Yes, okay. So, my wife Hannah and I, inspired by 2 quotes from the Bible, came up with this blessing for our elders. As it is written in the ancient Hebrew books of Moses, Leviticus 19:32. You shall rise before the aged and show deference to the elders of your community, and you shall stay there in a space and time of deep awe, as I am the one who shines through your elders upon you. Eternal One of Being, you are the emptiness that manifests as all there is. You are the source and the creator of all existence. You are the guardian, protector, and eternal blessing of each of our lives. In your holy presence, we honor, appreciate, and bless all the elders of our community. We honor, respect, and express deep gratitude to our parents, grandparents, and ancestors who gave us life, unconditional love, and protection. We honor and appreciate all our mentors, teachers, fellow congregants, neighbors, and all elders who share their caring, their knowledge, and their wisdom with us. And we open up our minds to be more mindful to the fact that Spirit is strong and eternally young in our elders. And we ask you, Eternal One of Being, to grant our elders much health, life energy, and peaceful enjoyment of their life unfolding. May you, Eternal One, grant our elders new opportunities and chapters for inner growth. May their life path bring them new and rich possibilities to deepen their understanding and compassion, to forgive and let go of the past, and to widen their vision of new horizons ahead. And may our elders enjoy and share with their loved ones and with us their blessed life wisdom and spiritual wisdom with renewed life energy. And as it is written, Psalm 92:15, they shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be full of sap and richness. And so it is. Amen.
And you shall be full of sap and riches. Okay? Yes. Listen, elders, we love you. We see you. We appreciate you. We see the Christ presence you are. And we see you doing wondrous things. Thank you, Gerardo. Thank you. That was his idea. I said, yes, we're going to do this. All right, let's begin our offertory.
I told you you were in for a treat. You were. Okay. Will the ushers please come forward? In so many ways, we have been gifted by this service, and now we prepare to return to God a portion of the good we have received, expressing our faith in the unlimited circulation of God's substance in all that we do. At this time, we embrace the principle of giving as a spiritual practice. You are invited to take your love offering in your hand, or imagine it if you've already given. And now we will bless our gifts, knowing that as we give, our blessings are multiplied. So together, divine love expressed in me, through me, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything. If you see the wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future, even if you fail. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels. When I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the stream. I have a dream. Yes, sing. I have a dream, a fantasy to help me through reality. And my destination makes it worth the while, pushing through the darkness, still another mile. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels. When I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the stream. I have a dream. We have a dream. We have a dream, a song to sing, to help us cope with anything. If we see the wonder of a fairy tale, we can take the future, even if we fail. We believe in angels, something good in everything we see. We believe in angels, and we know that when we know the time is right, we'll see we're unity. We have a dream.
At this time, we're going to pray over our offertory, and we're trusting and knowing that this offering is simply circulation. All right? So we say, thank you, divine love, in all the ways that you are expressed, for these gifts, for the abundance that flows through us. May it multiply and multiply and multiply for the benefit of this community, for us as individuals, for us as a family, for us as a community, for us as a nation, for us as a world. And so it is.
So
Amen.
it is. Amen.
Ashe. The kids on the way?
We are so blessed to have children in our congregation. And as you know, we have a wonderful teacher for them as well, Miss Gwen. And I believe she's on her way, and I know we have them today.
All right, well, can we sing them in? We're going to sing This Little Light. Everybody ready? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Unity of Gainesville, we're gonna let it shine. Unity of Gainesville.
All right, Miss Gwen.
We made it. I know. It's your mom. It was Girls' Day out today. And we have Isabel and Valerie and Aurora and Miss Kenya today. And today we had the story of the runaway bunny. And the bunny told his mom, said, I'm going to run away and I'm going to become a bird. And mom said, what was mom going to become if he became a bird? A tree. And he could land in the tree. And he said, well, I'm going to become a rock. I'm going to run away. And what did mom say she would become? A mountain climber. That's right. Everywhere he said he was going to run away to, mom had an idea of how she was going to find him. And we found out, we made our bunnies to remind us about Runaway Bunny, and we found out that God is like that. We can't run anywhere that God can't find us because he's always with us, right, girls? Yeah. And we played bingo and other things.
All right, so please let's join together in blessing our children and the children of the world. So rub your hands together. Please repeat after me. Children, we love you.
Children, we love you.
We bless you.
We bless you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
And we see the Christ presence within you.
And we see the Christ presence within you.
We love you.
We love you. We really, really love you. Mwah.
All right, let's form a circle, join hands. We'll sing the peace song and speak the prayer for protection. Don't forget the meeting at 12:45.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed the wind would always fill up my sail, how far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where fools and dreamers dare to tread, and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask for if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a seed, are there miracles in you and me? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where fools and dreamers dare to tread, and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? If I were brave. Kai, a hug. Was it good? Would you like to speak into the microphone? Go for it.
Would it be scary?
Okay. Well, you can if you want. What do you want to say?
Nice.
You have the microphone. You better know what you want to say. I'm going to let you sit for a few minutes with that, okay?
Okay.
Hey! Oh, thank you! Oh, it seemed fine from my perspective, but
Hello?
yeah, I was having just a few issues with the new song that I Oh no, not that one. The Church of My Heart one is the one that I yeah, but the beginning. Yeah. So yeah, pretty well. Yeah. Life is full, you know. Life is full. Yeah, that's really, really hard. Yeah. It's great that you were there. Yeah, and just grief is a long and complicated journey. So the ones who are behind to support support are really important.
Wait.
Yeah. Did you go to chanting? Yeah, Grandma Liz.
I did, and oddly enough, I sprained my forearm, so I couldn't play the guitar.
Oh.
But I just, I told Shanna I could do left-handed tambourine or drum.
Sure, why not, right?
Giving everybody left-handed hugs. So, sorry.
And are you coming to the house concert?
I'd like to. When is it?
It's this Friday.
This coming Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Which
I
is what,
will-
March 1 or 2,
First.
right?
Yeah, March 1st.
Candy's turn, my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, but where is it?
It's going to be at a house of Jan Snyder. It's in Micanopy.
Okay, yeah, I should because
Yeah, look, I can forward you the information and
Please,
you can let us know if
that'd be
you can
awesome.
be there.
Yeah, I have a friend who died talking about grief. It's been my second friend this year. And funeral was in Ohio, so I couldn't go. So we have spring break that week,
Oh.
and so I may just drive up there.
Yeah. It's a long drive.
Oh man, I was stressing over it. The funeral was last Saturday,
Okay.
and I was gonna should I drive a day and a half one way? Should I spend $1,000 to fly up? And it's just kind of like, all right. But then
It's either time or money that you
Yeah.
have to consider.
exactly. Somebody had a Zoom thing there, so I got to go.
You know, that's beautiful. I love that COVID has changed the way that people can
Zoom.
be inclusive. Yeah. You know, like my family's far and we're pretty much stay in contact through video calls. And, it's wonderful that that's normal now.
Yeah.
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 It's good.
Yeah.
Are you staying for the meeting?
I'm not. No, I'm gonna pack up and.
No.
Get out of the way. Good to see you.
Yes,
and I
it's
hope
very
to see
good
you
to
next
see
I
you.
want to
I will be
stay
there
for the
Saturday.
meeting.
What?
Stay for the meeting.
No, it's gonna be boring grown-up stuff. Hi, honey. Can you put my iPad and my speaker in the pink bag?
Okay, then can I have a turn with this? Yes.
Here's the bag.
Okay.
Up here. Yeah, we gotta get out of here before the meeting starts.
I'm gonna put your picture in the pink bag.
Cole, can I pass this to you? Thank you so much. You want to put it on one of those chairs? Thank you. Don't forget your Hello Kitty. Okay. Okay, let me get out of here first. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Ah! What? Mommy.
Oh, what do you want me to say? Hello, I have the best daughter in the world.
Hello.
Phyllis, I got your handheld up here. The handheld mic so that you can use it. I'm here. Come on, join the circle.
And before anybody, I can't be on any committees or any responsibility. I just want to be here.
You got it. On the table by the prayer,
No.
the prayer
Maybe
table.
another time. I'll be the orchid provider.
Okay. Why don't you hold ballots and then when I mention them, pass them out to people who need them?
All right, he was going to call us. He said.
And you're calling the meeting to order, right? Right. Okay, so.
We were in the middle of the meeting. Since he's been on the board.
Okay. If you don't have it, this is an agenda. Why don't you share it? I don't know if you have enough copies. Dan, here's the agenda. Step 1 and 2. Sounds good. Please come forward. Yeah, try to come forward so that we can hear each other. Okay, I'm just passing out agendas as people come in.
Come on in, folks. There's still seats in the circle. Come on and join us. Come join us. That will come, but not now. You do need an agenda. The ballots are going to be passed out later, but if people are really anxious, they're in the room at this point. But it would probably, be good to make sure everyone has a ballot. Yes. And I want to just make sure people also have a current agenda. Sharing an agenda. See you at Voices Rising. Okay. And we're sending a paper around for people to sign that are members so that we know that you're here. And it looks like it's over with Nancy right now, and it will be coming around the circle. And at this point, the AV is being taken over by, looks like John, maybe Shirley. No, Shirley's in the circle. Okay. And so the meeting is going to be opened by Phyllis to do the welcome and the call to order.
Welcome. And I'm calling you to, yes, please. So are we on Zoom? Okay. So I'm calling you to order. As you know, Gabe Coleman is our president. However, he's in India. Hold it close. Ah, okay. All right.
Tell everybody hello when he called this morning.
Hello.
He was going to call, but he he's with that Katrina. He's got other things on his mind.
So Gabe can't be with us. I'm your vice president, and so I'm calling the meeting to order, and I'll give you your president's report later on. So I would like to welcome everybody. Glad you're here, whether you're a member or a non-member, doesn't matter. Just being with us and participating in our meeting is important because you are part of the community, whether you're a member or not. So at this point, has everybody got their papers all distributed and everybody settled and ready to proceed? Okay, at this point, Rupali will be taking over guiding the meeting as it goes along. But the next order of business is Carla Palmer is going to pray us in. So.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, actually it is. You know, I'm so used to saying good morning. Even when I take my walks around the neighborhood and it's like 2 in the afternoon, I'll see somebody coming my way. I go, good morning. And they... It's funny what our brains do. I'm so glad that we have this new little member with us today. God, what an angel. Okay, so speaking of angels, let us just take a breath together and just let go of everything that is around you that is not the order of what we want to do today. And so just kind of let go of everything that it took to get you here, in other words. Take a breath. Yahweh. In with Yah, out with way. Okay? Yahweh. Together. Yahweh. 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 presence that is living and breathing within each and every one of us for this, the annual meeting of Gainesville Church, Gainesville Unity Church of Gainesville. And just let those words, Unity Church of Gainesville, this is why we are here today. This is why we are here, to give our suggestions for making it even better than it is. That is what we're here for today, and to listen to the business part of this ministry. And so we come with an open mind and an open heart, and just feel that in the center of your chest, that open heart, that energy that is so strong and so profound. And so with open hearts and open minds, we settle ourselves in a unified way to remember that we are all one. We are all here for one purpose, and that is the success and the growth of Unity of Gainesville Church. And so it is, and so it ever shall be. Amen.
The sign-in sheet is still coming around, and is that what you're asking, Christina? I don't know what Christine is asking, so thank you for, and I need one. Just make sure I have one. Okay. This was done a minute ago, but if it needs to be redone, please let me know. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else? And I now need to ask the question. It seems that there is concern about the sign-in sheet. The people that are signing are members. It is a yellow sheet, and I believe it is with Jackie Tatum. If it's possible, could we continue its movement? Okay, so may I proceed? Is this ready to move forward? Okay. So at this point, the first order of business is the election of a Board of Trustee member. For those of us, just very briefly, it is in our bylaws that we rotate always people off the board. And so, as we've already know, Gabe is in India, and he is now no longer going to be serving on the board. And so we need at least a candidate to replace our beloved Gabe. So the person, at this point, I also need to clarify the bylaws do ask us to do the whole formal balloting and move forward in that way. So we're going to first start then with an introduction to the nominating committee and an explanation of the election process. And then I will introduce the board candidate in the voting and seek a ballot committee. Right now, I'm going to give the mic to Barbara because she was the board liaison for the nominating committee this year.
The nominating committee, according to the bylaws, is a nominating committee shall consist of the senior minister, a non-voting member, one current board member, and a minimum of 2 members of the ministry selected at the annual congregational meeting. Now, as of this last year, I was the board liaison. Marilyn Mahon was our chair, and Saradna Mazur, who's also not here, was on the nominating committee. Anyway, at the annual congregational meeting, the members shall select a minimum of 2 members to serve on the nominating committee for the following year's election. In the event a person elected to serve becomes unavailable, the board shall elect a person from among the members who is not a current member of the board to fill the vacancy. The board shall elect one of its trustees to serve on the nominating committee. The nominating committee may later select another member from the congregation, and then the nominating committee members shall decide who will be the chair. In the event of an interim board, the nominating committee shall complete its selection process within 30 days from the establishment of the interim board. The election procedure: the election shall be by ballot if there are any partial terms to be filled or there is more than one nominee for each position.